So I wanted to welcome you all to another episode. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about why we need to unite against human trafficking. And a lot of you know about human trafficking. I mean, I did in a way, but I was kind of ignorant to it and naive to it. And then I watched the movie The Sound of Freedom. That opened up my eyes to the whole, that opened up my eyes to human trafficking. And basically what it is modern day slavery. The only difference is they've went underground. Yes, a lot of their operations are underground. Smart when you think about it, but that's where a lot of them are. And if you're an American and you live in America, so if I'm talking and you're an American, I learned when I watched the movie The Sound of Freedom that America is the top destination for human trafficking. So I pose a question for all of you to ponder on. Why is America the top destination for human trafficking? Get back to that. Then I want to point you to a direction of other countries. Every single country has human trafficking. Even Ukraine and other countries. There's no one's exempt from it. But there's a lot of world leaders that are against it. They're against human trafficking. They're against child trafficking. And all that type of trafficking that's entailed in it, they're against it. Sometimes you got to look beyond what the media is telling you. You got to look above and beyond that. You have to do your own research. You have to be smart about it, be wise, have wisdom, pray about it. But the bottom line is, if we don't unite against human trafficking, more children, more women, more men, even men are stuck. Not as so much, but it's mostly women and children are stuck in human trafficking, and young boys and teenagers and all of that, are stuck in this. It's slavery. By the end, there is no other terms to call it. It is slavery. And slavery is not right. Not right. And even if it were, you look to the Bible, it tells masters and slaves how to treat each other. They didn't even listen to that. You think the slave masters in Southern America, some of them did, but some of them did not. They didn't treat their slaves well at all. So if they would have, a lot of the slaves wouldn't resent them. They might have not ran away. But at the end of the day, none of God's children should be for sale. Pardon me, I'm a little bit of a time crunch this morning, so I won't be that long in this video. So going back to what I was saying is that, about the slave masters and this is the Bible. It would have been different. But the bottom line is, we should not sell God's children out for sale. Bottom line. I'm sorry. I'm a person of freedom, and I believe in freedom. And I believe that the wall should be torn down in every country that treats their citizens like slaves. So I want you all to ponder this. I don't know what your beliefs are. I don't know if you're a Muslim. I don't know if you're a Christian, an atheist, agnostic. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're part of the LGBT community. I don't know who you are. But this question I have, I don't care what your beliefs are. Why are we not uniting together to stand against such evil in this world? Why are we going about waking up in the morning, living in our own little bubble, ignorant to what's going on, or knowing what's going on, while others are suffering in the world? What if that was your brother or sister or you, or your child that was kidnapped or lured into this trafficking ring and system that exists in the world? I want you to think about that. What if that was you, your sibling, family member, friend, or a child of yours? And I want you to think long and hard on that. What could you have done to prevent that from happening? What could you have done to fight against human trafficking? What steps could you have taken to ensure that the people around you, and people you don't even know, and children you don't even know, are being kept safe? Because I can tell you what, I had a conversation with my dad. We were getting along, and I asked him, if all the churches united together against human trafficking, I apologize, I do have to keep track of my time, against human trafficking, would there be any? Guess what his answer was? No, there would not be. It's true. If we all stand united, and this is the question that, I actually was watching a video, and I'm going to post her video. I think her name's Christy. She used to be Christian, and I think she's an atheist. I think in a glimmer of her heart, she still believes in the Creator. We didn't just come out of nothing. We were created. We're all brothers and sisters. All of us we're all family at the end of the day. So what are we going to do to help our family? What are we going to do to help our little brothers and sisters out? Our older brothers and sisters out that are caught in some form of trafficking, slavery. We just call it trafficking. Let's just call it what it is. It's slavery. What are we going to do to tear down the walls of slavery once and for all? What are we going to do to fight against this evil? Do you think I'm afraid of them coming at me? No. It's called stand your ground. Martin Luther King. Look at all the great leaders that rised up for the occasion, for a cause. From Harriet Tubman to Martin Luther King. Abraham Lincoln decided to take a stand in America against slavery. And you look at all the great leaders from Jesus Christ that stood against the system, that stood against the political system, the religious system, that stood against evil, and taught about love, forgiveness, and compassion. I'm not saying that, that you have to argue about your faith and argue and say, respect each other's faith, respect each other's beliefs, and work together, unite together. I'm a Christian, but I'm not perfect. I follow Jesus, but I'm not perfect. I do sin. I do struggle with temptation. I'm an open book. I'm going to share my testimony. I'm going to share my struggles with you. I'm going to be real with all of you on this channel and in person and when I'm preaching out there in events. And you know what? Some churches may say, you're not going to be our youth pastor. You are part of the LGBT community. You used to be bi. You still struggle with temptations. But if you actually sat down and asked me the question, why at times do I struggle or get tempted, to go back to that lifestyle? A lot of it has to become with hurt, anger, resentment to any women that I was in a relationship with. And that's all the wrong women. But even some, I had a friend, that broke my heart. So regardless of what that is, I am a Christian that's not perfect. I get tempted. I sin. Thank God, thank you, Jesus, He came down and He died on the cross for all of us. Either you want to believe it or not, He did die on that cross. And He was resurrected. He came back to life. In the discussion. I mean, you can research it, do a little journalistic like Lee Strobel did. You'll find out. Even the Muslims realize that He's coming back. Again, there will be a second coming of Jesus. He's coming back. Even the Christians know He's coming back. Even in my faith, that He's coming back. As far as when? It looks like we're getting really close, according to what the world is going on. But we need to unite together. I am encouraging every Christian, every Muslim, every atheist, agnostic, every Democrat, every Republican, every party, every race, creed, belief, to finally unite together for a cause. Unite together in freedom. Freedom. That no child of God should be for sale. End of story, end of discussion. We're like, Jason, well, how do we unite together first? If we come together, we all come together to end human trafficking. If we all come together in America, Africa, Russia, China, North Korea, South Korea, all of that, those walls will come tumbling down. Look at what happened in Berlin. You know what happened? They all united together to tear down the wall. Imagine if everybody in North Korea, in other countries, stood up to the North Korean government for what they do to their people. It's like a form of slavery, the way they treat them. And stood up to them and tore down the system, tore down the wall. That is how you become effective in making change. It's by coming together and saying, in a common cause, regardless of your beliefs, we're going to come together to put a stop to this. We're going to create programs. We're going to create watches in our neighborhoods. We're going to drive awareness. We're going to educate, the families and people around us. Do background checks on your neighbor. Find out if a person's buying a house, you got to do a background check, just like if you're at a job. So I'm going to have to wrap up here shortly. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part 2. We're going to talk about this at another time. So my challenge to you, when I'm out there preaching, when I'm out there having my events, you all are welcome. You all are welcome. Please help support this ministry. I'm not a 501c3, but without you, it's kind of hard for me to go out there and have events and do everything. I can't do it alone. The only way this happens is by us uniting together. At some point, will I start a nonprofit? Absolutely. I believe in that. I believe a nonprofit's a good organization to have. You need people for that. I need people for that. Got to have a board of directors, all of that. I need people, partners, alongside of me that believe in the same cause that I believe. Like I said, I'm going to link the lady's YouTuber's description of her video that she did. I want you all to watch it. I want you all to listen. Don't think, okay, she's not a Christian anymore. Okay, but what happened? Can she get back to a point? I think some of us can, in finding faith. Having faith that we can unite together. So that's my challenge to all of you. Let's start here. Let's make a pact. Let's make a promise together, or you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to get behind. Don't get behind me. I'm just a man. Get behind Jesus. He is the one that's motivating me to go do this. I'll get behind Jesus Christ. I'll help Jason with his ministry. I'll get behind and become a part of it. Maybe you want to partner with me as a monthly partner. Maybe you want to partner with me, in the ministry in helping me bring this to the light. Help me to bring this, offline also to put together events, put together educational events, to put together, events, private events for celebrities. They need to know. They need to be part of this. Just because they're a celebrity status doesn't mean they're not human beings. They're people. It's everyone working together. And that's what it's about. Work together. Unite together. Through Jesus Christ, or whatever faith you have. Unite together to help the children or to stop the human trafficking. I love each and every one of you. Please help support, help partner. I'll put everything in this description. And even if you can go on my link tree, see how ways you can support. And I do have a shop. If you want to just buy stuff that way every month, buy stuff. What's on my shop? In a way to support me, the way to support this ministry, support the cause. You can partner with it. You can also do that as well too. Love you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you all on the next video. God bless. Love you. Bye-bye.